This is Dr. Dolopo, and today we're going to talk about your goals. Now, if you were given a moment to listen to the world-renowned Warren Buffett, and he were to give you some advice on how to make money, you'd be all ears, all eyes, all heart, all spirit. You'd be completely in tune and present with what he would share with you, right? Now, we're not talking money here, but we're talking about you wanting to have a baby. We're talking about your immune system. We're talking about you wanting to breathe better. And you're looking at someone who has achieved tremendous health with Chinese medicine. I've been receiving acupuncture since 1994. And the reason I'm going to do this video is because there are some people here in my practice who want specific things. I had a 57-year-old gentleman come in today, and I said, "You're so young." And he's like, "Oh, no." And I was like, "You're 8 years older than me." And he was like, "Get out. You do not look like you're 49 years old. Well, he called me 50. He said, "You don't look like you're 50. You look like you're 30. And I received that. I just did a video. Please watch it. It's a little over an hour. It's called Defeat Doesn't Have to Define You. Anyways, I say in that video how I've been actively working on looking and feeling healthy until my very old age. And the fact that I'm 49, and this gentleman, he said, I'm not trying to be sweet or whatever, but in my country, he lives in Germany, he's Romanian, and he said, "You look very young. You look like you take care of yourself." And I said, "You can too." And my advice to him was, after we fix this issue, I gave him 4 referrals in Germany. I've got students and colleagues around the world. I said, after this is healed, get acupuncture every week for 10 years and see what you look like 10 years from now. So I said earlier, if Warren Buffett were to give you advice on making money, you probably would listen. So I had a baby at 43 years old without trying. Okay, I just treated a colleague for asthma. She's a doctor of acupuncture and oriental medicine. And she said, "I breathe so much better." And I say in my other videos, I used to have asthma. So when I say I don't have asthma anymore, I don't use an inhaler, I'm not on any drugs, you might want to pay attention to that. When I say I conceived my babies naturally and gave birth at 30, 36, and 43, you might want to pay attention to that. So today I'm going to talk about the Qi Gong that I'll be teaching this Sunday, January 29. I believe it's the 29th, and it's at 9 a.m. And yes, January 29, 2023. Please arrive between 8 and 8:30. I say in my videos that I can only teach you what I've done for myself. You want to have a baby? Follow the protocol. Go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com and /miracle-babies-newsletter. Make sure you read that newsletter. Click on the mommy, daddy with the baby. There's also a video there. Watch that. Also, go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com /dreams-come-true-newsletter. Also, go to Elements in Harmony, go to videos, scroll down, and you will see Qi Gong. And this is important because this is the topic of today. So if you're trying to get pregnant, if you're working on having not just a full-term pregnancy, but you want to have a baby, not just get pregnant, but you want to have full-term pregnancy and give birth like I did, they're 7, 8, and 9 pounds respectively. What do you want to do? What I did, I started receiving acupuncture when I was 20, 1 to 5 times a week. I've been receiving herbs. I've been taking herbs since for 29 years now. Wouldn't you want to pay attention to someone who has healed from a lot of things? So when you go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com /Qi, that's QI, -GONG, Qigong, you'll see at the very top Qigong, Qigong for fertility, click me, Qigong research, click me. So I can tell you many of my mommies and daddies who've done Qigong consistently with me are now moms and dads. including those 2 newsletters that I shared with you. And you can't do the Qi Gong daddies and say, well, I'm going to stop when she gets pregnant. No, you keep going. This is for you. This is for your health. Okay? If you go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com and you go to fertility, pregnancy, birth, you'll see, go down, you'll see quite a few videos on sex and libido, sperm motility. I just did a video on how I was able to go take a man's sperm level from 3 to 6% to 72%. That's important because I got it from 3 to 6%. At the time, they told me it was 2% to 42%. I saw a study that it should be 50%, even though the goal was 40%. So I made a new goal. I made it 50% and I hit 72%. Wouldn't you pay attention to someone who, my husband was also 43 when we had our son, who was born at 9 pounds? Wouldn't you want to pay attention to that? One of my mommies came in today. She wants to get pregnant. She said, my husband won't basically follow the protocol. And there's protocols for a reason. So I told her, do whatever you want for 6 months. But if you're not pregnant yet in 6 months and you see my protocol and you're not following it, you're going to wonder why you're not yet pregnant. Of course I want you to get pregnant. And if you don't follow my protocol and you do do it your way and you do get pregnant before 6 months and you have full-term pregnancy and you give birth to a big baby, all power to you. I'm very, very happy for you. But I'm going to tell you, this is my 24th year in practice. I have this down to a science. Warren Buffett has his work down to a science. There is no stone left unturned. The writing, the texting, all that, I'm not going to discuss in this video. But I will discuss Qi Gong. Qi Gong is extremely important. If you click on, so we'll go back to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. Go to Qi Gong. Right under Qi Gong, you'll see Qi Gong research. From 2000 to 2021, there were 1,982 results on PubMed.gov. I recently just went back to your government website, our government website, PubMed.gov. I typed in Qi Gong, and there were over 2,000 studies. And one of the studies, I believe it was a systematic report, says beneficial results from practicing Qigong were reported in 97% of studies. I believe it was a systematic review. This is a bibliometric analysis. So look up. I'm on PubMed right now. I'm going to look up Qigong. And there are, it shows from 1981. I'm just going to go to 2000. From the year 2000 to now, 2023, there are 2,565 results. And if you go back to my Qigong, elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com/Qigong-research, you'll see several things. One, that Qigong has the potential to play a role in the prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation of respiratory infections, such as COVID-19. That was in the American Association for Geriatric Psychiatry, published 2020. And also, you'll see some of the videos that I've done, COVID-19 and its health impact on overweight people, benefits of Qigong, 5 studies, and also Qigong research by me, Dr. Dolopo. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine. In those 12 studies, I went through acupressure therapy, and Liu Zijue Qigong, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, for pulmonary function and quality of life in patients with severe novel coronavirus pneumonia, COVID-19, a study protocol for a randomized control trial, the effect of Qigong for pulmonary function and quality of life in patients with COVID-19, a protocol for systematic review and meta-analysis, the effect of Tai Chi and Qigong training on patients with obstructive sleep apnea, a randomized control study, effectiveness of meditative movement on COPD, a systematic review and meta-analysis. So I'll let you read the rest on your own. I've already done that. I'll probably do another video on Qigong research just to be a little more updated. Qigong is extremely important if you have anger management issues, if you get irritable, if you have PMS, if you have sperm issues, if you have libido issues, if you have immune issues. This whole respiratory thing that was going around and people are like really scared for their breathing. I'm not scared Do I look scared? It's because I'm doing Qi Gong. So if you would listen to Warren Buffett about money, why would you not listen to me when I actively work on my longevity is specifically focused on health? And I've proven with 3 kids long after they told me I may not have children. So please consider joining me this January 29. It's going to be a lot of fun. We take life way too seriously. There are too many people with so many anxiety and depression and digestive issues and anger management issues. Show up. Fertility, it's not just acupuncture. And we were very specific with what the requirements are for fertility. You can do whatever you want. But I'm telling you right now, 6 months in, if you're not pregnant like that one video that I did about the woman with 5% chance, the doctor said, look, your AMH is 0.16 when it needed to be between 1 and 4. You got to have donor eggs. And, you know, she had 1 fallopian tube, 4 failed IVFs and all that. Watch that video. And she did my Qigong, and Daddy did the Qigong, and he came in. I'll read it to you again. I asked for 2 to 3 years. She got pregnant in 6 months. Her own eggs, not donor eggs. And let's see, total that they spent on acupuncture, not including Qigong, $8,770 between the 2 of them. How much does IVF cost? How much does IVF cost? You need to do Qigong. I promise you. My patient, the one who's a doctor, and she said, oh my gosh, your treatment really helped me with asthma. Yes, it did, because that's what acupuncture does. You do Qigong with me, it's going to help you. I just showed you the research on PubMed. So do the acupuncture, do the herbs, eat the foods that I'm prescribing in the Healing with Whole Foods book. I will fill it out for you. There is so much we can do together with the powers of Chinese medicine, but you got to show up. And please come to the Qigong. It will change. It's transformative. It'll change your life. Fire, earth, metal, water, wood. Those are the 5 elements of Chinese medicine, the 5 phases. Fire, you got the sun. Earth, you got the sand. Water, we are 70% water, and you're looking at the ocean. Wood, you got the trees, and metal, you got the stones. Join me, and you're going to have so much fun. There is too much going on in all of our lives that we're so serious. There was just another shooting. People are on, 11 minutes from my daughter's school. People are just on edge. Do the Qigong. That's why I keep you here for a minimum 45 minutes, if not 1 to 3 hours with the needles. Because we are a very go, go, go society. We need to calm down just a little bit. And Qigong is one thing you could do on YouTube. It's free. Just do it at home. But I promise you, doing Qigong at home and doing Qigong with me at the beach, 2 totally different experiences. If you have been working with me and you have not been doing the Qigong and your husband's not coming here and, the writing and all that, you know what the protocol is. Going to the private pages. You might want to consider, what are those other women, those 2 newsletters that I shared with you? Why did I ask for 2 to 3 years and one got pregnant in 6 months and the other one got pregnant in a year? The one who got pregnant in a year, I asked for 2 to 3 years. She also had 4 failed IVFs. Daddy showed up at the end. As soon as Daddy showed up, her libido went from a 2 to a 12. If he came earlier, he probably would have gotten pregnant sooner, but who knows? All I can tell you is the one where that nurse practitioner and the physician, I said, do it like this. Despite no matter what your doctor said, and it was so many odds against them, Qigong was one thing, and they always showed up together. Always showed up. I don't remember them not showing up together. So my name is Dr. Anna Dolopo. I'm a doctor of acupuncture and Chinese medicine. I'm a board-certified licensed acupuncturist. I'm board-certified and a licensed acupuncturist. The name of my website is elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. I did a video a couple of months ago about your scarf. It's very windy. These points here have the word wind in it. People tell me, oh, cold doesn't make you sick. Well, does heat make you sick? It's called a heat stroke. Cold in Chinese medicine does make you sick. It's called wind cold. Wind does make you sick. It's called a pathogenic factor. So if you want to argue about that, it's all up to you. But in Chinese medicine, these are important terms. So come with me this Sunday. Text me 619-341-4341. Let's get you healthy. Join me for Qi Gong. It's been a lot of fun. Take care.